Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. I am your host, Joe Bewer, and I'm going to be breaking down this 5-game main slate on July 1st. Just do a quick recap. Didn't post a breakdown on Saturday, but yesterday, on Sunday, posted a breakdown on Twitter. Did pretty well. Had Shane Bieber with 11 Ks. Brad Keller got absolutely shelled in the second inning, but other than that was decent. Had a Cleveland stack that did pretty well. Lindor and Santana did pretty well, although Lindor was a dinger of the day call. He did not hit one, but had some decent value to him as well. So I think overall it was a pretty successful day if you would have went with a stack of Cleveland. Now today, we only have 5 games on the slate today. It's going to be a really quick breakdown. I want to jump into this right away, give you my pitching plays, bat stacks, and dinger call, and send you on your way to make some money. So, only one pitcher above 10K today, being Mike Minor, has a tough matchup against the Los Angeles Angels. Not interested in Minor. I'm very interested in Logan Allen, though. If you look at his numbers over the 2 games he's pitched, only given up 2 runs to Baltimore. Shut out Milwaukee in 7 innings with 5 Ks. Not too much K upside like Mike Minor, but a very much so better matchup against a team who scores second lowest in the entire league. So I think this is a great matchup at home against San Francisco. Now, I'm assuming Mike Minor is going to be very cash heavy tomorrow, but I'm really interested in Adbert Alzolay for the Chicago Cubs. He's going to be pitching away here, and he's only pitched at home twice. Going to be opening up the innings more here for him after having 2 pretty good outings here. Faced the Mets and the Braves and only allowed 1 run in either and had 4 Ks and 1 5 Ks in another. I think it's just as a guy who can provide you some incredible upside. At only 6,400, it's going to allow you to absolutely smash the amount of hitters that you put in your lineup. So I think Alzolay and Logan Allen make the most sense to me. It's very unclear on who Baltimore is going to pitch as well as Tampa Bay. So it's really hard to gauge for me, but the other pitchers just really don't have the upside for me, and are not in good matchups for me. Alzolay seems to be the one with the best matchup and upside for me. At 6,400 seems a little bit too cheap. So let's jump right into these bat stacks. First, bat stack, Milwaukee Brewers going up against Malley here for the Cincinnati Reds. Want Yelich in my lineup. Guaranteed 100% want Yelich. I think this is just going to be a great spot for Yelich tomorrow. And I also want a cheap Lorenzo Cain. At 4,200, Lorenzo Cain has this incredible stolen base upside that you really don't see in a lot of players, and usually hits leadoff. And at 4,200, it just seems far too cheap for me to fade. And then the other stack I want is the Chicago Cubs. I want to get Rizzo, Schwarber, and Baez in there. I'm going up against Trevor Williams, who's just god-awful. He's just terrible. And I recommend paying down for catcher here with a low-price Jeff Mathis. So you can put in Mike Moustakas here, and that leaves you with 3,600. I think 3 and 3 from Milwaukee and Chicago, even if Alzolay gets in a little bit of trouble, is really going to be able to bail you out tomorrow. And I'm going to continue playing Jeff Mathis at minimum price for the rest of the season if he continues to be so. All he needs is a double to reach value, and he's in a great matchup going up against an opposing pitcher who pitches from the left side of the plate in Jose Suarez. So I think that Mathis makes the most sense at catcher. Just for the sake of this video, I'll leave him out since I do leave that up to interpretation. But just keep in mind that's one of my favorite things to do on these smaller slates is pay down for catcher. I think stacking the Cubs is a great thing to do tomorrow. Rizzo, Baez, and Schwarber are my favorites from the lineup. You could pivot Baez and go Bryant if you really wanted to get some more cap space in your lineup. And then I think Moustakas, Yelich, and Lorenzo Cain are the 3 top players that I would have tomorrow. So I will be making my dinger of the day call at this time. It's going to be Christian Yelich. I think he's in an incredible matchup against Malley tomorrow and absolutely smashes righties. He's been in a little bit of a hot spell or a cold spell as of recent. Hasn't hit a homer in a little while. But this is where he turns it around tomorrow, going up against Tyler Malley. So I think that this is just an incredible matchup for the Brewers and an incredible matchup going up against Trevor Williams, who, if we just go ahead and look at his numbers really quick, has given up 4 runs, 7 runs, 4, 5. I mean, he's just been terrible around the board all year. And just gets shelled from either side of the plate. So I think that both of these guys should get absolutely shelled tomorrow by the Cubs and the Brewers. So this is roughly what my lineup's going to look like come lock tomorrow. Logan Allen and Alzolay for the pitchers, and then stacking the Cubs and the Brewers for bats. It's just going to be a great way to go. Keep in mind that it says 2,800 average player. We will be paying down for Jeff Mathis at 2K, which should open up plenty of cap space for a solid third baseman. So at this time, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, leaving a comment down below, letting us know what you think, and then head on over to Apple Podcasts, subscribe on there as well. Stay up to date with all the videos. And if you wouldn't mind taking a trip over to Twitter, following me on Twitter at @FantasyDigest_, so you can stay up to date with all the tweets regarding the videos and anything related to the podcast. Keep in mind, we'll be doing a giveaway soon for some merch that is going to be dropping very soon. So stay tuned for that. And good luck to everybody trying to make some money tomorrow. We will be back with more breakdowns all week and an interview as well this week that hasn't come out in a while. So good luck to everybody tomorrow. Make some money, and we'll see you next time on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast.